Alright, how's it going, everyone? Today, today we are going to actually draw. We are going to continue illustration for Froggy, and we'll see where's that going to go. For the level, I have to take the thing. I have to say that today, actually, I'm having Are you serious? For fuck's sake, man. I need the links to the streams because it didn't copy them. There we go. I hate it. Okay. Hi FC, Gotevi here, how are your parents going? Hi not Mana, Gotevi here, how are your parents going? Hi Zaga, Gotevi here, how are your parents going? How the fuck do the bots find you while you are offline? I have no idea. I absolutely have no idea. But that's yeah. That's something. Yeah, how are you folks? How are you doing? You've got they're going. Thank you. So basically you have Zen and Froggy. The main idea is that well, I want to make Froggy needs the bondulance. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to say. The idea behind it is that, well, since Froggy in the group itself is that special girl, that is, she's always messing something up. So yeah. The main idea behind the piece is that, you know, the Froggy is that one special girl from the team, and she was so excited to meet Zen, she's, I think she's still excited. I don't think they met. But yeah, the thing is that I just decided to go on it. Took some stuff said on the clips, like for example, you know, Froggy needing a. I mean, it's not like she needs the wheelchair, but it underlines some stuff in the illustration, and also she mentioned that she might require it for a longer period, when she would have to, you know, walk for a longer period of time because she has patella alta. So basically, and actually it's going to be a bit interesting because I have to draw her knees in a different place because that's what patella alta is. The kneecaps are in a different place. They develop differently. That's what's causing the troubles. That's interesting about her, actually, I would say. But yeah. I might need to split the hands apart, make the juice box a bit bigger. Hi Beta, got over here, how are you, hope it's going? I think this is the first Instagram, so hope you find a coffee corner here, how are you? The wheelchair is a bit narrow, yeah, I've already actually expanded it, it was even more narrow. Okay, I'm out. Why? Did I said something wrong? Bro. Her leaning into the embrace is really cute. Yay. Really wanted to point that one out. Because like she was really happy, she really wanted to meet Zen. She was really excited. And it wasn't even her, yes, exactly. In the end, it wasn't even her. All joy in her face, no thought, head empty, yes, exactly. Okay. That's the story? Yeah, that's the story. Exactly, that's the story. So basically, Froggy met a girl during, I think it was a TwitchCon, and she thought it was Zen because everyone's calling that girl Zen. So she thought, hey, that's actually Zentrail, let's go, right? Like, she was so happy to meet her. She even invited her 2 times, but she haven't like talked to Zen on Discord. She haven't checked the Twitch if she's streaming or something to actually ensure that this is her. And it turned out it wasn't her. It was like a manager for Monster Energy or something like that. She this entire time, like she went with her to get some fast food. Like they spent time in Froggy's house. She's a little silly. Yeah, she's a little goober. She's the special girl. The group's special girl. I'm literally going to add caption to this illustration. This time they've made it. This time they were capable to meet. Bro. There you go, the hands are corrected now. I think I think I need to first get that part a bit away. Like it should be somewhere around here. And then we have... To be fair, I haven't really drew anyone that would be more or less in this state. Like that's the first time actually drawing a character in a wheelchair. I think... I don't know, I think that actually opens a little bit for the storytelling. Like the character doesn't have to be like paralyzed or anything like that. For example, like, oh, they are like, let's say in like hospital scenarios, they are, you know, getting better from like some kind of accident or something like that, and theoretically that still would work, right? That still should be the thing. So yeah, always pushing the boundaries, right? Like always trying something new. Oh, you can actually you could actually see that I haven't really drew anyone, you know, on a wheelchair, considering that I've messed up the wheelchair. That's okay though. That's okay. Okay, yeah, we have it. Hi Simon, got over here, how are you? Hope everything is going? I think this is the first time see around, so hope you find the coffee corner here. How are you? What's up? Good, I'm good. How are you? Sup, Manalo? Huh? Are you two know each other? Do you two know each other? That's interesting. Oh yeah, we watch a lot of the same live artists. I see. I see. That's a pleasant coincidence. Hello, hello. So yeah, actually, if anyone would have like found me again, same time zone. Ah, I see. That's interesting. So actually, if anyone has like, if anyone would have like questions about art or you know how to draw something, I'm always open to questions like this. I'm really happy to help. And actually, one of the tips I can actually also give is pushing your boundaries. It's always good to do that. If you know you haven't drew something, don't fear it. It's always, there always has to be a, you know, that first time drawing that specific thing. You know, sometimes it's better sooner or later. Sometimes you have a really fantastic idea, but it's something you haven't drew yet. So you are going to have that like feeling that is going to pull you back. That you know you haven't drew this, you're going to have fear to draw that one thing. Like for example, I never drew a character in a wheelchair. As a matter of fact, I never drew a wheelchair itself. This is like the very first time me doing that. So yeah, it's good to just take a reference photo and sit down and draw it. No matter if this is your first time or 10th time doing those things. Nice art. Who are you drawing? We are drawing Froggy Lock and Zentreya. Those two are Vtubers. Those two are actually friends. They're streaming a lot together. Froggy is Froggy tends to say random things that may or may not cancel her sooner or later. At least that's the running joke, that if there's anyone that's gonna be cancelled, it's going to be Froggy, because she doesn't have filter to what she says, but personally I just find it funny. And yeah, she literally spent like 2 or 3 days with random person because she thought that was Zentreya. So now, considering the clips of that story, I'm drawing an illustration where they actually meet, the good ending. Damn. I'm giving her way to broad eyes. She looks high. I already drew Zentreya high, so... What I like doing is making like a bend line, because actually irises are not poking outside, but actually if you take the eye, over here you have a membrane. It's like correcting your eyesight. That membrane can actually be get messed up over time. That's why people need glasses. But the actual iris is a hole in your eye, because it goes into, you know, it allows the light to pass through and uses prongs to share information through nerves right into the brain. So actually, that's why when we are drawing irises, we should know this too well. Myopia and eye nerd. Ooh, that's so cool. Yeah, so basically the eye is supposed to be drawn with like with like a bend if we are looking at it at them from the side. So yeah, we are just going to make line art. We'll see. I want to make line art and flats, but recently I wasn't at luck with that. I think it's because I'm drawing really huge artworks, or at least artworks that require a lot of focus on line work. So have a good stream. Bye, bro. Bye, Simon. Bye bye. Hope to see you again. Okay, because her head would go like this, right? Because the cheek or something like that. The thing is that I also don't really draw squish. Yes, exactly. The cheek is going to squish, so you know, on Froggy's forehead. So I'm trying to kind of figure out how the squish would work, but I think we've got it. That was unusually weird today. You say so, Zega. Like besides the turtle pic you've you've posted, was it any weirder? It's very difficult to draw anime with a squish like this. There are a lot of people I see. I should squint a little bit, the cheek being squished. Yeah, I think you're right. It was kinda bizarre. Otherwise, to be fair. Because like the cheek is going to be pushed up. Now she kind of looks like some part of her head is swollen. Wait, give me a second. That should be lower. Usually high amount of those people, the people who see the red panda and start shouting, "Scree, a raccoon, look!" Or are you trying to toss his breather into the orangutan enclosure? Speak with the chimpanzee, you are his kind. Bro, just imagine. I think I need to redo her head. Just totally missing which animal is that. Yeah. Boo. Hi Muto, got to have you here. How are you? Hope it's going. Okay, and now the trick is to rise it like that. Can squish your own cheek and see how it looks to help with visualization. Well, yeah, true. But actually my cheeks are not squishy enough. Why is Muto sound? I've turned on the kinda. My father killed a woodpecker. Oh no! Why is this? I don't know, Zaga. I don't know. I know that it's actually absolutely hilarious for me, for some reason. Oh, that looks really good. Yeah, a little bit, right? You shoot it out of the sky? Damn. And woodpeckers protect the animals though? I think so, yeah. Okay. And I feel like those little guys are protected, yeah. Oh no, but here I thought he was turning blind. What? Wait a minute. Why did I imagine that RDR2 video where the guy does a warning shot into the air then a random bird falls down? Premium squish, so cute. Yeah, finally, some reference photos are always helping. That's what saves me a lot of problems, like usually. When he's old, he could be her grandfather. I mean, I'm 25. You underestimate our age. He's hitting 70. For me, he would have to become a really early father. He would have to be a really early grandpa. In a quite a young age, actually. Wait, yeah? Kinda. Hi, hello, glad to have you here. How are you? Hoping this is going? If you're 22 and he's hitting 70 this month, he was still at 48. Oh. I mean, that happens quite a lot. I have older siblings. Have to. By the way, I might actually appear to move my head around a lot because actually my neck hurts like hell. Well, I'm almost young. Your dad knows something then. Imagine. Yeah, my dad to marry my mom. It is a crazy story. You draw eyes really nicely. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. Then she knows something too. Bruh. So we are slowly at it with the line art, almost finishing it. At least for the head. Not together anymore. Oh, I don't know. I didn't know her. I see. Oh. So basically what we are doing here is, well, mostly focusing now on drawing details, and the further away we are from the focus point, and the focus point of the illustration is are their faces, of course. Also hearing the borders crossing stories while heard about the Pope. Yeah, it's so unexpected. Like, okay, he had one lung, but he didn't look like he's about to die any moment. It just happened so spontaneously. I mean, can't you just go over? Mr. Monday too. What are the chances? Yeah. Exactly, like Easter Monday. 7:15, 7:25, something like that. Like very early in the morning, he was pronounced dead. That's crazy. No, it took my dad 10 tries. Well, that's accurate. It's difficult to cross borders. People are always cautious. Like, one day I'll tell the story. Like, for example, over here in EU, as long as you are going to another European Union country, it's very easy, but actually just going to another country getting all the visas, passport, perms, etc. It's like all that paperwork is such a headache, and it is easy to mess something up, and they can just, you know, turn you around. I've been to a lot of non-EU countries, never had any problem, really? Bro. My friend literally flew on a plane. Alright, thank you. Immigration was fine for me, but got citizenship and passport took over 10 years. God damn. Wait. I might have discovered something. I've made myself drink with cola and black cherry whiskey. And I don't know why, but it tastes like cherry cola, but from that old cherry cola. The good one. Cherry cola, my favorite, same. Also, I really like red black type of cherry coke. Yeah. And Blast. The new purple one is not the best. Yeah. I hate the new one. Also, the new one, like, you can get the cherry flavor only when it's 0. I'm drinking Jarritos right now. Which flavor? Lime? Ooh. I might like it. I like those fruits and veggies kind of what? I like that from like lemonade. There we go. I don't know why I said fruits and veggies kind of flavor. Bon Junes the names. I think I actually feel like I smell something burning whole up. I don't know why, but Zen here looks like she's like actually she looks like an anime mother for some reason. Try mandarin, grapefruit, and guava too, but I like the lime. I might like lime too. I'm not sure how close it might be to the like 7-Up or Sprite or anything like that. I doubt it's close to anything. Pineapple I like. I really like lime or lemon flavored drinks. I actually had this very condensed lemon juice, and I was just drinking it straight like that. I haven't tried ananas or cola flavor. Oh. drink straight lemon juice? Yes. I'm straight up drinking lemon juice every now and then. I don't know, it's just refreshing for me. Same like I'm just sitting and I'm munching on mints. Like usually you should get like 2 mints and that's it. But I'm like, I can't stop eating mints. I like so much the peppermint flavor. We don't have that one. That sucks. I haven't really played anything today. I've been doing some... I woke up really late today too, actually. The night shifts really broke me. I have to like redo my sleep schedule again. I don't know why, I just couldn't wake up. I've slept through like 5 different alarm clocks and I just woke up by myself. None of the 5 set, you know, none of the 5 setup alarms actually couldn't wake me up. That's bizarre. I haven't had things like that happening to me in the past. I've never had things like that going on. It's so bizarre for me. Like straight up. There's a place that makes craft colas and their cherry flavor is the best. Do you believe in the supernaturals or anything beyond the norms, superstitions or astrology? Yes. I do have a feeling that there has to be something somewhere out there. Like, it's so bizarre that we live a life and that we have no idea if there's anything on the other side, you know? So I do believe that there's... I'm not sure if like, oh, you know, good and evil, right? God and demons. I'm not sure if that might be the thing. But I feel like just, you know, ghosts themselves, like we die and we are just souls of some kind, or just any sort of like special energy, like a detached consciousness or something like that. It was like shown, so I think it was shown like several times at least, that people are capable of like detaching their personality, detaching their like, you know, consciousness. But I think like also what might be closer to the truth is that we are living in actual simulation. Like whatever is happening right now is like, for example, like every single person that lives right now is living their entire life just to answer some questionnaire for $5 or something like that. Like imagine you are put into a full lifespan simulation. For your body it's only 5 minutes, but you are living your entire life for like, I don't know, 70, 80 years, and after that you're getting woken up and you have to like answer some, I don't know, Quiznos or Chuck E. Cheese questionnaire if you liked the experience there. Like, you know, like it's very difficult to really explain things. It's very difficult to pinpoint something, that there has to be some, like, it's very difficult to pinpoint everything to one thing, if that makes sense. I lost you. What you mean? Like, I feel like there has to be like higher power of some sort, but as well it doesn't have to be any kind of like good or evil power, but just like script of a program. A simulation implies control and order. What do you think is in charge of the simulation than chaos? Hi, I'm Mag of Insights. Got to be here. How are you? Hope it's going. I think this is the first time around, so hope you find the coffee corner here. How are you? So actually, it doesn't really imply order and control. As a matter of fact, like, you know, the only order and control might be, for example, rules like the constitutional laws, right? Those might be the rules. And just, you know, people are going to have, you know, in the end, like, we have people that are very spontaneous. If we live in a simulation, we are so small and insignificant, haven't made big enough mark on the universe to be noticeable. Yeah. There might be like, we are living, for example, in like, I don't know, some advanced type The Sims, maybe. Yeah, like, I also think we are not making much progress. Like, okay, in 80s, 70s, 60s, life expectancy was like 40, if that makes sense, like 40, 50, not that much. Now if someone is dying at age of like 74 or 80, they are checking your body for the cause because that's like out of norm at this point. So just the sheer fact that we are capable to live longer and longer, but no, we are still we just expanded our lifespan, you can say, insignificantly. Okay, 200% is not insignificant, but we've just like expanded our like life's expectancy. We've just finished that, and we are still trying to rise that life expectancy age, you know. And I think that the concept that you know we are not significant, or we didn't really do any mark whatsoever, man, like imagine there was an Earth somewhere else in like different galaxy. So like we are living in a Milky Way, and somewhere like 5 galaxies away from us there's like another pseudo or quote unquote Earth that was created by the just went through the same stage of evolution as we are. Because for example, well, it's said that Earth has perfect ways to live on, right? So it's perfect for the organisms to evolve because we have sustainability, right? If there was something out there, an Earth that was created around the same era, right, around the same time, they might be as well in the same stage. Also, there were like some decisions that were a literal miracle that helped us, that saved us from total Armageddon. So I believe that, you know, if there was or is anything like outside of our like galaxy, like alive, either it's not going to be so lucky and it's going to go through similar Armageddon that we could face, or it wasn't so lucky that anything that was about to collide with it just dodged it, or just out of nowhere, you know, there was like a breakout of a disease that wiped the entire population. There can be as well, I don't know, like there's a lot of things that could wipe out our entire humanity, and I believe we are literally so lucky that we are still alive. Like straight up, we've had so many like meteors hitting Earth. We've had so many diseases that were like, that got a vaccination made for, literally in the brink of like most of the humanity taking over, etc. I feel we are just beginning to figure out the things we did that increase mortality rate. People used to treat colds with crack. It's more fixing than extending, I feel. We're just reversing damage. Yeah, meteors were small. We got gas giants and a moon to deflect them. Yeah, but we are definitely making progress in prevention. Yeah, that's that. Like we are already like fine-tuning shots for vaccine shots for colds. Of course, they can like make you feel really bad, and they have like serious side effects as of now. But I mean, the side effects were reduced by a lot. At least you don't have the "oh, you are going to die" side effect. But you might, for example, have a fever that if you are not going to treat, then you are going to die. So like, the thing is that now, for example, those vaccines are giving you side effects that are still very easily treatable, but there can still be mortality for it. Although I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the entirety, I have the same feeling as you, Mana. I have the same feeling as you. We are doing definitely a push towards it, but it's going to be really a long time. Who knows, maybe, I don't know, when I'm going to be 60, life expectancy is going to be already like 500 years. We're straight up going to become a darn elves. Just imagine. Like, they're already making progress. For example, they figure out that we are growing older because oxidation of our blood and organism. And there was a dude that was receiving for years a was receiving a younger blood. His son was giving his blood to his father, and generally the father, like, literally his appearance went back in age and his blood work started to look better. So like we are already on the even on the path kind of to figure out how things can go, but it's also already said that it's determined by where we live. There was a dude that literally went through the same transformation just because he lived for like 5 years underwater, so his oxygen level was minimized, his the blood pressure was like stabilized by the pressure of the water, etc. So basically the entire thing is that the oxygen is killing us, but I don't think we had like typical study that was like presenting the or maybe it was. I wanted to say that I don't think we've had like typical studies that were pointing out that it is that oxygen in the air. I think it was like just because oxygen is taking higher percentile of the air, and that's why we breathe it in and we are alive. But what if it's actually the other part, right? The mixture of the other gases. I don't think that was checked. Like, imagine like someone is actually going to make the mixture that is in the air but without the oxygen, and literally you have that you literally have that like idea that, hey, we can actually stop using oxygen and reduce the amount of oxidation of our body. Like, I would have to check like biologically, because I haven't really read about it, if it was like typical thing. But a lot of older tests was like guessing. Like a lot of old tests, for example on humans, on animals, etc., was just wild guess. You're right, for example, fetal mortality rates are much lower now, with new studies coming out to help mothers stay healthy and give birth in safer ways. At least we don't use chainsaws anymore. True. Yeah, that's true. We don't use chainsaws anymore. That's already huge progress. We've got the C-section, right? For women, when the baby is bind. So, like, now we have, like, less invasive than literally just splitting someone open with a chainsaw. Just making a clean cut that can later on be sewn up really well, stitched up, and you won't even have any scar anymore, like, at all nowadays. So, like, we've even figured out like how to get rid of the scars. We've figured out that we can tint our skin with ink, and that figured out how we can actually take that ink out of our bodies. We're now working on introducing water births, different positions, etc. I think. Those are pretty old, I would say. Those are pretty old at this point, I guess. Like, women are, women have already had choice, for water births and stuff. So I feel like a lot of stuff is also bound by the... a lot of stuff is also bound by traditionality. Like, if you would just drop the traditions and push things, further on. Yeah. I think I've detracted because I wanted to say something about what Zega said. Not sure if I finished. Yes, meteors were really small, and that's why I think we are lucky. Because like now imagine where, let's say there's Earth, but it's bigger, right? It has higher gravitational pull. It's, for example, it doesn't really have much around, right, to protect it. And now imagine like what would happen if bigger meteors would actually start hitting that planet. It would be obliterated. That's why I think like that we are really lucky with what we have. We are really darn lucky. They're still frowned upon by a big slice of people, saying it is natural and traditional. Yes, that's why I've said that a lot of things is actually withheld because of traditionality. If you would drop traditionality and actually focus on doing anything that is going to cause any progress, anything, like everything that can actually support us, anything that can be easier, anything, I feel like we would actually make way bigger progress than what we have right now. But also, I feel it could also endanger us. Because now it's like, you know, they don't really find much, they don't really do much. Hope we'll all work on that for the sake of us and our future kin. I don't think it's going to happen any soon. I feel like the only stuff that is happening that can support us in any kind is mostly because humanity can only hope. Yeah, it's mostly because humanity has this weird mentality where we're uniting only by pain. We are not, a lot of people are not focusing on like supporting each other unless there's no like fear factor or pain factor or like any negative factor on humans' life. Like for example, you have neighborhood, right? The neighborhood gets destroyed by a tornado. Nobody else cares about it. Who cares? Everyone in the neighborhood. Why? Because they are uniting by the pain of losing homes. That's literally how it works. And I think unless that won't change, we have to make significant change for the future. We would have to face like significant problem, an amount of trouble that would literally unite everyone. Like, otherwise people are not going to be bothered by anyone else. That's sad. I feel like we need support. I feel like we need to actually do more supporting to each other. Like, to be fair, at a certain point we have like groups of people, like communities. Like for example, our community, it's not like unionized by pain or anything like that. It's unionized by the hobby, by the interest. So it is possible that people can unionize by something else than pain, but I feel like, you know, country-wise or anything like that, it's actually going to cause bigger troubles. I always overthink about the decline of humanity, empathy, and interpersonal progression with the rise of technology. Yeah. Unfortunately, this is really problematic. It's just as we've talked on one of the streams. Like, one of the biggest problems was the sheer fact that that people are going to do everything to fire you just so they could be on your position, or fire you to look good in someone's eyes and get a promotion. Like, that's also one of the things that is happening. So people are already starting to reject other people's for their personal gain. And I have to say that I feel you know, like behavior like that should be frowned upon. And I think like we really should, like, I really think that humanity itself should stop wasting their time fighting with each other over stupid things. Oh, this dude's like grocery bag job, and I don't know, his like a sauce burst open and spat over my shoes. Like, why making argument about that? Why fighting again because of something like this? When it was clearly an accident, yet people are still spending their time and waste their energy on something like this. Like, of course it's an inconvenience, but inconvenience shouldn't be. The song Where Is the Love by Black Eyed Peas is ever more relevant. Yeah. I've heard that song once. It's like describing exactly whatever is happening right now and whatever is happening for the past several years. Like, to be fair, I don't think people would even make a unionized over like any crisis. Like, look for example what was happening during COVID, right? We've had literally people that were saying, no, fuck off, I'm not going to wear the goddamn face mask. And there was no reason for that. Like, literally, if someone had troubles, medical problems because of the face masks, they were pardoned from that. But there are always the helmets, there are always like other like things you could use to protect yourself and others from catching the sickness. And I think if people would actually unionize over it, like really quickly, to get rid of the crisis, it wouldn't last as long. I don't think it would make such an impact if just people would think about the others. So I think we are actually on the decline on like supporting each other to the extent where we are not going to do anything even if the crisis is going to rise up. Which makes me think if humanity has ever meant to get along, if we were ever meant to progress more than this, maybe this is the boiling point. We are still animals after all. Maybe we are literally on the verge of our evolution. Maybe just because we are not capable to support each other and work together on things is going to be our doom. That's also something I've been thinking a lot about lately. Like, you can literally look up around, just whatever is happening around the world, and it literally feels like we are a minute before doomsday. Like, there's so many things happening, so many like actually stupid decisions from people. Like, you look at news, for example, and you look at someone's decision about, like, you know, certain thing. I'm not going to point to anything specifically, but it's just for this sheer sake of showing the idea. So basically you are like watching the news and you hear about a decision about something and you're just asking why. Well, how that's supposed to help us to progress? Because in the end, this is what we were made for, right? To progress. We are the progressive species, right? Meanwhile, it appears that some animals are starting to develop intelligence close to humans, like monkeys in the zoos are starting to literally make spears out of freaking sticks and stones. The monkeys are in a freaking stone age right now. We might turn into the monkey planet, or however the movie was called. Maybe the best we can do as a species is to do our best for ourselves and our immediate surrounding. like lions in a pack. That unity isn't really in our nature. Yeah, maybe it's like global scale of unity is too much. Maybe it's too much. But yeah, the superstitions, haha, like, to be fair, I'm watching like videos, like ghost videos and stuff, and like, usually I can see all the things happening, like, I can see and like point out what someone do to receive that effect, but there are things that I still cannot really explain. Like, thing doesn't really look CGI to me. You don't have obvious sign of a fish string or anything like that. It's not even like a thing compared to, and it's not even like any kind of a thing. And the thing is, like, we don't really have possibility to catch a normal. We're not really capable to catch a normal. How is it called now? We're not really capable to catch a normal ghost video, you know? So a lot of stuff on the internet is actually like fake, if not everything. But still, like, for example, we have like points that are literally making you feel different, you know? Like, for example, people claim that, I've never been there, but people say that around Stonehenge there's like a weird aura that makes them feel different. Like, there's like this weird feeling, like you feel like deep inside of you that there's something happening. Like, you just have this weird feeling, like sometimes you get into a house and the atmosphere in the house is like heavy. Like, I feel there has, it's probably magnetic fields, yeah, like that's what I wanted to say. Like, a lot of stuff might be like magnetic fields, but on the other hand, like, would magnetic fields actually be so strong to affect a human being so much? That's the thing, right? Like, there's a lot of, you know, stuff to point out, to talk about. There's a lot of other things that can happen. Like, I don't know if I've talked about it, but actually in my family there's a story. Remember the Bermuda Triangle fiasco? I mean, Bermuda Triangle turned out to be actually okay, yeah, that makes sense, but we are talking about such a powerful magnetic field that is actually affecting weather. So yeah, like, we are talking about like really powerful magnetic field. I did not intend it as a joke, not here. Huh? What did you... Okay, I think Zega is speaking to someone else and the thing. Like, he just typed in a wrong... Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Touché, yeah. So, to be fair, yeah, like, the entire thing about, like, it was funny. So the thing is that, yeah, because I'm speaking with Muto, okay. So yeah, so considering that, for example, we have the we do have like very strong magnetic fields that are like going on in around the world. About your story thing with your family, oh, so To be fair, I'm kind of embarrassed to actually talk about it. It's like a paranormal story that is running around our family, and every single family member is literally saying the same story detail for detail. So like it's, and like, you know, why the entire family would just, you know, do it. Especially like nobody talks about it unless like someone already heard about something like this and asks. So yeah, like considering that every family member is capable to recall that story like beat by beat with every detail, and like I don't think that would be like elaborated thing because like nobody talks about it anyway. That's like giving me like sort of a thing to think about, like could that be true, or was it like, I don't know, like a gas leakage and everyone had the same like hallucination. Basically my auntie was playing into a witchcraft, and she played with her friends with Ouija board and on the cemetery. And basically have you heard about the collective trips? Yeah, like that's what I'm talking about, right? Like maybe there was like a gas leakage and everyone had the same hallucination or something like that, like collective trip, you know? And it's like really like down to every detail. So like the person doesn't change, the side people doesn't change, so they know with who my auntie went on that cemetery to play with Ouija. Burn some sage, it can happen. Yeah. That's true. And I think that's actually where the old stories with ghosts were happening. Just they were burning sage and people are getting trips. Because sage is hallucinogenic. It is like a drug. As a matter of fact, dude like took a smoke from like a pipe with sage, and he tripped like 5 years of his life in a minute. And dude was like very agitated and had no idea what's going on. And he had like such a weird like 5-year span right there. He had like entire thing. Also, when people tripping, sometimes they say what they see and don't realize it, and others imagine it and start to see the same thing. Trips are wild, yeah. So basically, my auntie like went with her friends to the cemetery. The names of the friends are also the same. So like, she went on that cemetery, started playing with Ouija, and like they started to get pursued by some like, I don't know, a dude. It was, they say it was like a shadow, but like, yeah. So they started to be pursued by a shadow or a dude, and like that night nothing happened. So generally like after that, for a couple months, they were getting visited by a dude in a massive dude. Like they were describing him like that he was so tall that he was reaching from floor to the ceiling. So he was like really tall, and basically he had a black fedora, black coat, and heavy shoes, and generally he was just, angry but collective trip and mass hysteria doesn't explain what a group of uncoordinated people describe the same looking woman they saw by the stairs. Some things we will never be able to explain. Kinda, like you can say collective trip, but again, like there are aspects. He's called the dealer who wants his money. Nah, that side of the family wouldn't take anything. Like, trust me, religious, very religious, and very like, very specific form of religion, so they wouldn't, simply wouldn't. And like the dude wasn't like breaking anything. He was just walking around the entire house, and he was searching for the auntie that was playing with the Ouija board. And he was literally walking around the entire house. He was, you know, appearing in like different rooms. He was looking closer to people's faces. And when he found the auntie, because she was like switching where she sleeps, because they thought that something is going on, and basically like when he found that auntie, he was just standing there looking at her, and like the thing is that they were finding wet puddles, as if someone was actually there, and shoe marks. So possibly that was like someone, some kind of like actual fucked up creep maybe was breaking into their house for like a month. But you know, that's what I'm thinking actually. But yeah, there's something out there we'll never know about. I've made peace with that fact as an agnostic. Yeah, my aunt had a similar experience. Really? That's wild. Wait, how does your auntie describes the person? But yeah, later on, when she like travel, like things calm down, because like they've called the priest like, you know, bless the house, etc. They had no experience like that. And when my aunt went to the university, and she was living alone, things were happening again. Like, she was actually explaining that, and the family members were also explaining that, because, for example, I need video evidence to not dismiss these things instantly. He was a shadow man who was really tall. Was he dressed somehow? Like, do they have like description how he was dressed? I need a video evidence. Those were like times where camera was he naked. Yes, okay. So, I mean, the thing about was it Davis? That's my experience as well, very comfortable. So like, that was like very bizarre thing, and like my mom and the sisters, right? Because my mom was visiting auntie in a mariachi suit. That's crazy. But that also makes sense. So the thing is that, you know, when my auntie went out to university after like, I think 3-4 months, she said that she started to see them, this man was again visiting her during the night, and my mom and the rest of the aunties actually visited her. And actually, when they've had sleepover, all of them were saying that, again, they were explaining that one of the aunties, confirmed by the auntie when asked, out of nowhere, like I never asked her about that story, but I've asked her if she was like, that's the point where you get a security camera. Yeah. But generally, she was living in the school's living thing, or Rottweiler. They've had dogs. When the dude was visiting, the dogs were actually squirming and running away. They were scared. You got the wrong kind of dogs. Yeah, possibly. I mean, they were like farm dogs. They were like fighting off freaking like foxes and wolves. So they had bravery at some point with them. And they had no other problem with like fighting with those like wolves and foxes at all. Even during all of that happening, like nothing changed. They were only like scared to such extent where when you know when that shadow was appearing again. I'm saying person because like again I'm not sure if maybe that was like some random dude that was like just breaking into their house and stuff, but that's crazy that those things started to happen. If your dog is scared, you should be, yeah. And actually, they were not small. Like my, did other people see it? Yes, yes. Like every person from that home, from that side of the family, all the aunties, grandpa, grandma, they were all saying the same story, and I was like sure to talk with them and ask them like separately, just so ensure that like it's not like elaborated thing. They are just not trying to like scare me or anything like that. And like my grandma and my own friend would see it too. Damn. So like that's the story I cannot explain. Because like again, it would be foolish to create like elaborated hoax. Rottweilers are the best in these cases because they are too dumb to be scared. Oh yeah, right. Yeah. I'm not sure if that was Rottweiler, but I'm not sure what kind of dog that was, but for sure it was one of those big ones. They are mixes also, and they are like farm dogs. So I don't know, but it's crazy. They think that she killed that guy in a past life. Huh? All of big dogs are bunnies inside. I mean, huskies are better. They will scream and wake everyone if something bad happens. I mean, to be fair, the same dog that was squirming in fear was found lying all happy and proud of itself after next to like 5 foxes. It literally just straight up like downed 5 foxes. Freaking Chihuahua attacked everything. Yeah, imagine getting Chihuahua. Actually, Chihuahuas are capable to scare like a lot of animals, by the way. The shadow guy might own so because it would follow her a lot, I see. But I'm also like, I'm waiting for actual like, you know, it was a usual thing in our countryside to keep 2 dogs, a small and loud one and a big and biting one. That was more or less what they were doing. They just had 2 dogs. One was like really loud and was a bunny, as you've mentioned, but another one was like a freaking Terminator. They've had nutrias, well, those beavers with yellow teeth. Those fuckers could bite, and they needed something like really scary to take care of them. And actually, like when that biting one was coming in, all nutrias were literally settling down. even though those motherfuckers have such a powerful jaw that they can literally just chomp off your finger or toe like it's nothing, and with a part of a shoe. Like those freaking things. They are freaks of nature. I don't even know how come an animal like this was even created. Yeah. Also, you know, it was a village, so it was very easy for someone to just, when a roddy snaps their neck in one bite, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, true. Me like cats more. I'm not sure. I don't think it was a Rottweiler. They've had a Rottweiler, but they've had like some pugs. Why were they created? I don't know. I still think that pugs are just some dogs that during their life, just right after being birthed, they are like plopping face first into the ground, and that's how they have, you know. Oh, sorry, freaking geese fought off foxes. I see. That's funny. But geese are fuckers too. They can bite. Like, they can also bite. They were really aggressive, yeah. They can be really aggressive. There's a hedgehogs that hang out around my window every night. I named him Gummy. That's nice. Turkey can be a-holes too. So yeah, like, even though I'm not I think I can also call myself agnostic. I'm not attending any like religious stuff. I'm not really a religious person at all. But I have to say, like, I always keep a room that there might be something out there. In the end, something had to work things out here. Like, but for example, when someone tells me that Sam and Colby's videos are real, I don't think so. Like, there's a lot of stuff that can be easily, you know, that can be easily explained. Man, I want a hot pickle. I just noticed, does your model actually blink when you do? Yes. It should also work with this. So I can wink. Oh my god. I can't stop being so happy with... Should pickle be called though? I like spicy pickle. I have a jar of spicy pickles. Does it track when you turn around? It should. Did it? I'm now like turning around like really a lot. I'm not sure if it actually took it or not. It did not, okay. So it's not. But yeah, Sam and Colby's videos are... they seem way too fake for me. There's a lot of stuff that I can just explain on a go. I don't even have to think about those stuff. Like for example, when they've had the video and they were in a hotel and like piano started playing, like it was just a one note. For sure someone like hit a note and just started running, because like they were in a place here, there was another room here with a staircase, and there was another room with a corridor here with a staircase too. So you have they were here in this room, and on the level below there was like a room like this, and over here behind the wall there was a piano. I think behind the wall there was a piano like here. So literally someone hit the key here, started running this way. They took so long, like, oh shoo, like piano played, piano played. And they like waited so long to actually go downstairs and see the piano. I can't trust them, same. The fact that they make content videos for views is already makes it obvious. And theoretically they are making quote-unquote exploration videos with ghost hunting. But they are doing a lot of stuff that is just simply meh. Like for example, you've had so many like Zach Bagans videos, and Zach Bagan was capable to sit down and say, yep, that specific one had absolutely no ghosts. That location wasn't haunted. Like that was the entire episode. They were walking around doing something, and literally they might have nothing throughout the entire video. Instead of like saying, oh, it wasn't haunted. And they're out of nowhere like starting to see things, starting to hear shit, there's so many things happening, yada yada yada, like just out of nowhere. The moment like they see that the video seems to be boring and they might not have any material, literally they just end up doing nothing. UFOs are more interesting, yeah, because like for example, if UFO really exists, and that's how then starts, yeah. Hi Golden, got over here. How's it going? Have I joined? Yeah, you did join. Welcome to the internet. Well, yeah. Zach and Sam and Kobe. I wanted to say Zach and Kobe, but it's not. I drew DOC. Hey, so happy to see, so happy to hear. Can I see? You just understand when they go to different countries, why are they speaking English? Yes, exactly. That's like the main, like, let out that it's not actual thing, because like they say, oh yeah, I think like when we are dying we use like very universal language to communicate with each other, and like. What? You what now? Like, if it would be truth, they wouldn't even speak with them anyway, because like there ain't no way that that this universal language is a motherfucking English. It's obvious, yeah, it's so obvious. If it would all aliens speak English too, yeah. I mean, aliens have an explanation why they might speak English. Like, first of all, they are making, if they are arriving at Earth, everyone POC gets colonized after they've come from. Yeah, exactly. So about the thing, if alien would be able to speak English, because if there is an advanced enough race out there in the cosmos, there's for sure a way for them to learn any English, any language in a matter of minutes. Like, they are just downloading like English informations from like Earth's, like, I don't know, library, and they're like implementing it into their brains or something like that. There is no goddamn way that people would not, that aliens being so advanced to actually travel to another galaxy or light years, literal light years, up to the Earth, finding intelligent life species and have no possibility to learn their languages in minutes, I doubt it's a thing. Like, some light years, not that much. I mean, last time I've read, we are not capable to pursue light years. Because it's not like, it's not about how distant it is, but it's about our it's all about our how's it called now? It's about our advancement. There you go. It's about our advancement. We're not advanced enough to have anything to allow us to fly for several light years. If you do a radio broadcast, Alpha Centauri will receive it in 4 or 5 years. Yeah. I mean, it's still a lot, ain't it? Because radio wave travels light speed. Yeah. So it's still quite far away. Like, light speeds, we're talking light speed. To arrive like very fast at the place. And we are not even capable to fly to Mars without any troubles. Because, like, there are so many missions to Mars that turn out to be a total fail. A radio wave does a light year in a year. Yeah. Oh, this bot. I just noticed, is she drooling? Yes. She drooling. She drools. They're getting crazy, let me see. Bro. To make a new lil dev. Let's go. Let's make a lil dev that is like, I don't know, a UFO craze. Give me like, I don't know, a tinfoil hat. I am literally going to... At a certain point I have to start using them also for thumbnails. Or a ghost dev, yeah, or a ghost dev. That would be cute. But yeah, Froggy is drooling here. Oh, her face is so cute. I'm so glad to hear it. I can do both. I have time now since I quit my job. She's like a veggie. No. She's not. No, I can't unsee it. God damn it. She's just a little silly. Yeah. A little cutie. She's just a little silly. She just got a juice box from Zen. She's so happy and can't wait to drink it. She's drooling, that's why. She just forgot to swallow the drink. For real, for real. Jeez. "22, no job, perfect time to indoctrinate into programming." Oh, hello. Starts choking. I'm also thinking about quitting my job, but I have to keep it and wait until they won't extend my contract, because I'm sure they won't. I'm sure they won't. And starting college? What kind? Freelancing is the best. To be fair, I would prefer freelance. I would really like freelancing, but because I was doing this already for a while before I've hit like 18. But throughout the years, a lot of stuff were changing, and I kind of changed also my account, and so I've lost the, you know, commissioners, right? Commissionees, and basically I don't really get much commissions anymore. Oh, that's short. 2 years. I mean, over here I can finish school in 5 years. If I find something good, I can even finish in like 2 years too. It all depends on the place. Also, good you've reminded me. 3.5 is the shortest here, 5 years is the longest, I see. Over here the longest is 6 years. It's a community college because other colleges are far from where I live. Personally, I also have troubles with finding college that would be good for me. What do they teach in 2 years? You get your associates. Oh, the associate's degree, okay. If I remember correctly how it was called. Polytechnics is better nowadays, no? At least where I am. To be fair, I have some things to apply to on Polytechnics. I also have like other universities and colleges that I want to apply for. Jesus Christ. I just have a crazy pain in my neck. Stretch. I'm stretching for hours right now at this point. Don't die, your drawing isn't finished yet, true. What kind of associate? Probably Mafia one. Can you imagine on the job interview? I see you have associate degree. What kind of associate you are? Mafia associate. Oh. Very sorry. Pardon me. Silly me. How Gen Z kills the accusators is really interesting. I see. I'm going for digital media. To be fair, that's one of the directions I'm going to apply for at the school. I'm going to spend so much money on the recruitation processes. Like, god damn. For real though. Mine is free. For mine to actually apply, you have to pay. Just to apply, and then you have to pay for the school itself. Only extraordinary students can access the school without paying. Everything for free until 24, but you can't leave the country for twice the time of the education. You can't leave the country until you are 48? I think I've just pulled off flying as an autistic person. They can fly? Depends on your study length, I see. Well, I did get a scholarship, but I didn't go to college after graduating. I see. That's a bummer. If you do a 3.5-year university and graduate, you have to stay for 7 years after that. Oh. Oh, just so people wouldn't leave the country right after graduation. That's clever. Over here, nobody cares. Like, straight up, people are finishing schools and they are right away going abroad because actually over here is going to be problematic for them to find job anyway, even though they've finished school. And also, they're just going to get better pay abroad. Because for some reason, people from Polish universities are getting really appreciated abroad. For some unknown reason. Even though we are just spitting out like engineers and other people. We have something called a FAFSA that help you pay for college. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, same here. Yeah, I don't think there are like possibility to finance your school over here. Student loans got nerfed here. They can exploit people, so they withdrew with those offers. That's good. I really like this drawing. Thanks, Muto. Thanks. I really enjoyed this one too. I don't know, I just took a liking for Zentreya and Froggy. I haven't really seen much clips from Ariel. I don't know why. Ariel and Haruka are like other ones from the team. But I've never really I've never really got just their stuff. I've only got like, oh, look here, Zentreya was playing with Ariel and she drove her mad. Like, this kind of clips, So if there was a clip, it was always with like someone else, like Froggy or Zen. Same for Heavenly Father. Also, a lot of VTubers are already graduating from the internet. I don't know why. So, an army of little devs are coming. This is going to be cool. I want to see it already. Watch out. I'm going to probably pull off an all-nighter today. We'll see how about tomorrow. But poor chat. What do you mean, poor chat? Huh? Damn. Might block it, I see. Actually, I just reminded myself recently. Actually, do you have any tips on drawing mouths? Yeah. So basically, to draw a mouth, we've got to kind of understand how they are actually working. So basically, first of all, like how the head looks like, right? The face is actually like a bent piece of paper, and so the mouth is a cutout in it, right? See? So basically, knowing how the mouth is going to go, we can explain how those are going. Basically, with the one I drew yesterday, I don't know how to draw the mouth, so I just didn't. So yeah, when you are drawing a mouth, you have to keep in mind the curvature of your face and where the face is heading, right? That's why we have that line, that vertical line here. So basically after that, there are several things I'm using, several methods. Like the one you've seen already, which is just sketching, like I'm starting from a dot, like dots from the sides. Dots are literally where the middle of the eye is, so you can also know that those are in the middle of your eye. And basically, if it's like a closed one, I'm just, I'm just drawing a thing. Of course, it's like all about the facial expression too. It would be cool to add little dev. Oh yeah, I can add little dev there as an accessory. I can make it sit on my head. So basically, usually those are just lines that are split in half. So the main thing is that each side of the mouth actually is thickened up and darker because of the mouth corners. And when it comes to like open mouth, well, those can be different in many in many like possibilities. I tried that. It looks like the wide mouth contempt cat. And that's a mischievous cat. Look how mischievous this son of a bitch is. So yeah, the thing is that you're drawing those lines, just, you know, whatever you need. Just keep in mind mostly that the corners have to be thickened and darkened. And open mouths are... it's always the same case. I don't really do the slit mouth, I see. So basically, rest of the mouth, how does it work? What you're opening, your bottom jaw. Your mouth opens because you actually move your bottom jaw. So what is going to cause the mouth to open? The bottom part. So basically, the top mouth is always going to stay straight, unless like it's a very like specific facial expression where even the upper lip is going up. But usually, just for the open mouths, you want to go with the straight upper mouth, and you want to peel open from the bottom like this. Of course, then we have like very like expressive mouth shapes. Let's say someone is like pulling on the thing to show the teeth or something like that. So I think my problem is I drew the head facing slightly on a downward angle, so it's hard to figure out. I mean, you can kind of see the same thing here, like even if I do it like that. The mouth doesn't really change. It's as easy as that. Just, for example, also look at here, right? We have that bending of the head goes up. And yet the mouth doesn't really look that much different than what you would have. And also, remember, reference photos are your best friends. If you want to, you know, take up certain like facial expression, you can always find a reference photo on it. So yeah, how to do the juicy? What kind of juicy? Juicy lips. We're now interested what Davis is drawing. I thought like this kind of juicy. Cooling juicy lips, I'm assuming. So basically, like what I'm usually doing is making, for this kind of juiciness, if that's what you meant, Zega, I'm just drawing like a shadow underneath everything, then surrounding the whole thing. On top, it's always supposed to be slightly darkened, and then and smeared, right? So then I'm taking eraser and I'm just erasing the white part to have some sunshine. And there you go. That's a bit more realistic drop than I've expected, but I'm still using the same method for SSW artists are expecting are experts on drawing juicy. Yeah. Wouldn't be me, right? Totally wouldn't be me, like not at all. It's definitely not me. I'm not an expert at it. What were you talking about when you said juicy? Never beating the allegations, David. Oh, you made a bunny. A bunny? Now that you mention I wanted to bring up, you don't even make the NSFW. Yeah, totally, I'm not doing NSFWs. Oh, what the fuck, Dev? Nobody expected. Angry Vegeta sounds from the background. What? No. Yes. Maybe. Why? How come? How? Come. I can't believe you've come. I mean, I always would, but you've come. Yes. Come. The best video. Yes. Come. I have come. Oh, buddy. Okay, I don't think we are going to make the line art. I mean, we are going to make the flat spot. Tomorrow, we are going to actually make the flats really quickly and start shading. Hello, hello everyone. I still have no idea. Lol. I still have no idea what was that thing about Alexa Max win. I allow it. Come. I allow it. I see what you've allowed for. Okay, yes. Good decision, Zaga. Very good decision. Thanks. Okay, so the very next thing we are going to draw is going to be the what we are going to do for this is going to be the duo. You where the fuck is this my seen her so many times. I have no idea what you're talking about. Weird to think about how we are all real people on our PC, yeah. And yet we are capable to just sit here and talk about some random stuff and just have fun, generally. Leave them all. I don't know if it's anime or a game or what. It's an anime. I mean, I have no idea what you're talking about, but probably anime. Okay, folks. Okay. Let's wrap up. So thanks Zega, thanks Muto for being active chat on Twitch, thanks EFC, thanks Mana, thanks Beta, thanks Simon, Muto, Unknown, a Mag of Insights and Golden for being active chat on YouTube. Half the chat is in a different dimension. Yeah. And yeah. Is that what? And I hope to see you all in next stream. Take care, stay creative, and